Hey everyone, it is Tuesday, October 28th, 2014. This is Talk to Me Tuesday, number 160. I have quite a bit to share with you, so I'm going to get right into it. First off, I mentioned a couple weeks ago that my daughter and I were going to be working on a Halloween project together. Well, we did get it completed, and voila, here it is. They are reusable treat bags. It doesn't matter how old my kids have gotten. I have always gone to the store each Halloween, purchased some candy, and divvied it up amongst us because it's nice to have something to enjoy for the holiday. And the biggest problem I've had is figuring out what I'm going to put it in each year. So this year I decided I'm making reusable treat bags, and with the help of my daughter, and a lot of help she was because she did quite a bit of stitching, we now have reusable treat bags. I cut all the pieces of the felt. I cut some of the pieces for the pumpkin faces. I cut all the pieces for the ghost faces because she hates having to cut the black. She did all but one of the handles, and then I actually stitched the bags together. But she did a lot of stitching to put the faces on the bag. So here they are. We'll run through those real quick. There's that, that, which we have two of, that one, and then these are all duplicates of those two. So really neat, really cool. I will later put everyone's name on the bag with my fabric markers so that I can collect these each year and they will be able to be reused, of course, until they fall apart. So, but there's that, and many thanks to my daughter for all her help. Excuse me. The next thing, I will stick with the Halloween theme for one more thing. I did this little project real quick last night. It is a candle holder. It's nothing more than an old pickle jar, a couple of Halloween napkins, and some Mod Podge. And I just cut out the pieces from the napkins I wanted. I covered the jar in Mod Podge. I put them in place. I Mod Podged over them. And I let them dry. And there it is. And I actually will share a little video clip at the end. I went down in my basement and I recorded this. And I love it because it's kind of got this like crackly feel to it. So really neat. If you're looking for something quick to do with kids, that would be an excellent idea. And then I just put a little tea candle in there, light it, and it looks really pretty lit up. So there's that. The next thing I have to share with you, I showed some fabric that I got from the traveling swap box. And at first my intention was to use it to make a larger project bag. But then thinking about it, I said, you know, how much use is a larger project bag really going to get? Probably not as much as a pillowcase. So I decided it was time, since the one pillowcase I was using on a small pillow I use, the seam was starting to come undone. Now's the time to make myself a pillowcase. So voila, here it is, it's done, and I absolutely love it. This is the Maxine fabric with the little old lady with the attitude, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. And this is the fabric I chose for the back. And I think they work well together because every color in this fabric you can find in this fabric. So I thought they worked really well together. All the raw edges are in fact encased, so I don't have to worry about any fraying. And I love it. And the pillow does go in at the top, and I just fold the very top edge down when I'm sleeping. And I love it. It's love it, love it, love it. So there is my pillowcase completely done, and I think my favorite saying on this piece of fabric is, my idea of rebooting is kicking someone in the butt twice. So there it is, all done, 100% complete. So yeah, and an excellent use of that fabric from the swap box. The last thing I have to share with you that is fabric related is my October blog for Paper Piecing Vintage is done. And this month I will remember to take pictures and share them. I actually forgot last month to do that, but here it is done. I did have to go in a different direction on this. My October and December block were supposed to be done using my alternate background fabric. But when I looked at what had to be done for this, and then I'm thinking 2 blocks out of the little bit that I have left, it wouldn't have made it. So I went with the main background fabric, and then November's block will be done with the alternate background fabric. But here it is, it's done. I love this block. I love the way it came out. So yeah, another one done. 2 left to go, and then we can figure out how to put it together. And I'm really hoping out of that wonderful fabric that I got from Crystal, aka Clumsy Cord, that I will have enough to do the sashing and the binding on this piece, so that it will all come from that one nice Christmassy stash of fabric I got from her. So now on to Yarny Bits. I did complete the doily that I shared last week that I was working on. I was able to figure out what needed to be done for that one round that was missing some instructions. But here it is. I did try and pin this so you could actually see it a lot better than me just holding it up like this. But I don't have enough of the pins with the round head on them. And let me tell you, after trying to pin some of it with the pins with the flat head, my fingers started to hurt. I said, to heck with it, I'm done. Took it off the board, and I will do it again later when I have more of the other pins. But here it is. I think it's really pretty. I love the way it came out. And I think what I'm going to do with this is, once I get it pinned, I'm going to actually put it on a nice piece of background fabric and maybe make a picture of it, because this is a really nice doily, and I would hate to use it for a doily and have anything happen to it. So, but there it is. It's done. The next thing I have to share with you, while we were at Joann's, my daughter pulled one of those free patterns, and it was for an over-the-rainbow dishcloth, and here it is, right here. So to take a break from my hitchhiker shawl, I took some of the Premier home with me in the color Poolside, and I completed the dishcloth. This worked so quickly, I actually got this completed in between rounds at work in one night. That is how fast this worked up. The only thing I had to do when I came home was sew the two edges together to bring it into the round and gather the center stitches, and done. Of course, you know me, I won't use it as a dishcloth, but I think I'm going to set it under the one pumpkin thing I have on my table that I keep my little packets of sugar in for my tea. So that'll work. And last but not least, oh, hold on, before I show you the last thing, I did start the dishcloth for the Smells Like Yarn Ravelry group for October. It's called a two-tone tawashi. This is the beginning of it. So far, I'm not really loving the pattern, but I am going to keep going and see what I think about it when it's done. If I'm not loving it then, I'm just going to frog it and use the yarn for something else. And it is in the Premier Home Cotton in Fuchsia and Turquoise. Those two big, huge things I showed last week. So, I don't know. We'll see. If I'm not really loving it, then I'll just take it apart. I know I did a tawashi in crochet, and I really like that one. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll like it when it's done. So, you might see that next weekend, or you might hear that it's been frogged. And the last but not least thing I have to share with you is I finished my hitchhiker shawl. I actually have 41.5 teeth. This is how much yarn I have left out of that skein of yarn, which as you can see is very little. It would not have made it through another 4 rows, but that's okay. So here it is. I absolutely love it. And this, of course, will be one of those wrap it around, keep the neck and the chest warm type things. So there it is. I love it. It's soft. It's comfortable. It will definitely get some use, and I love the fact that I don't have to block this. So, but there it is, all done and complete. And Miss Erin, if you can let me know where I can find some more of that yarn and what colorway it is, I would love to make a pair of fingerless gloves to go with this. I think that would be a nice set. So, but yeah, other than that, that's all I have to share with you. It is Halloween this Friday, so I will wish everyone who celebrates it a happy Halloween. I hope you all enjoy yourself. I, of course, will be at work that night. But that's okay. Nobody trick-or-treats in my neighborhood, so I will take some of my candy to work and just enjoy myself. Other than that, I look forward to watching everyone's videos. I hope you all have a wonderfully crafty week and a wonderfully crafty weekend. Please be sure to stay tuned to the little video clip where you can see my little illuminary lit up in my basement, which is the darkest room in my house. Other than that, I'm out. As for you, it's good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, whatever it is. I really do hope it is a great one, and I will see you all next week. Bye. Hey everyone, just wanted to share this with you. This is the Halloween candle holder I made. It's just using a jar, a couple of Halloween napkins, and some hodgepodge. Excuse me. I'm actually down in my basement right now because this is the darkest room in the house, so I'm going to give you a, just kind of turn it so you can see all the way around. Very basic. Sorry about that. That's a bat there, but the candle sits just right. So, yeah, just a couple of napkins, an old pickle jar. There's a couple bats there. And back to the other side. So I thought that was really neat. There is a little green spider right here. It's kind of hard to see him because he's getting hit with the candlelight. And the kitty cat and the bat. So thought that was really neat. Very easy, very quick, very simple. It dried overnight and it's done. So there it is. So that's it. And anyway, happy Halloween everyone. Hope you all enjoy.